Without further ado, I'll bring in my frequent guest of the program, the great Army Major, State Senator Richard Ojeda. How are you, pal?
Doing great. Me and Elias were just on the Rick Smith show together.
Get out of here.
Yeah, she's
Did they mention me?
Right. Well, I was going to say, get out of here. How do I get on there?
Yeah.
That's the. I mean, I'm from West Virginia, but we did an hour-long. Usually every Friday, Rick Smith has. Usually about every Friday or every other Friday, we're on there, and this was
driven by his trailer, Bob.
There you go.
Yeah, I was wondering what part when he said that.
I'm making you a cash offer for everything right now. Fully furnished.
was on there, and she is a ball of fire, man. I mean, she's no joke, man.
By the way, he's talking about the guest that was just on, the woman. It couldn't be more the opposite of a ball of fire on
Yeah, there was no fire.
Yeah. Hey, who?
And it was only one ball, and it was him.
Uh-oh. I think he's about to ask who books that guy's show.
Yeah. Hey, who is Rick Smith?
Rick Smith. He's
So his first reaction, he goes, "We were on Rick Smith's show together." He goes, "Get out of here!" Followed by, "Now who is Rick Smith again?"
He is such a fucking pony. It's amazing.
He has his own radio show, and
Radio.
Apparently, your voice comes out of a radio transmitter.
from Philadelphia. He has his own radio show, and
radio shit.
Oh
it's
my
now
god.
become a. You can also see it on YouTube and things like that now, and they're getting ready to give him, I guess, a show. So he's been having me on for probably about maybe 3-4 months. And it's usually myself, Scott Borkin, and then whoever else he has on there. But me and Scott are pretty good on the show.
That's awesome. And
Like watching the Zapruder film, you can see where his soul left him.
Right.
My god.
Wow.
ask you, Richard, are you a betting man?
Oh my god, fucking commercial! And look, first thing Richard does is take his headphones off. He's like, "Oh, I'm not listening to this shit."
Richard, are you a betting man?
As always, brother. Look at
Well,
that heritage.
Well, let me just tell you, at Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your sports action. BetOnline.ag, your online sports book expert.
Oh,
Oh my god.
wait a minute. That
Black
was
Hawk down, baby.
a 2 for Tuesday on this saliva-filled Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back.
On all your sports action. BetOnline.ag, your online
Watch.
sports book expert.
1, 2.
Expert.
Oh, wait, because we rewinded it.
Don't sit on the sidelines anymore. Get in on the action. Don't forget to use that promo code CLNS50. BetOnline, your online sports book experts. BetOnline.ag, your online sports book experts. And now we can get back to the program with the great Army Major, Richard Ojeda.
By the way, ear pick plus drool, 20 points on the scorecard if you keep
We
it
started playing
right.
bingo with those.
Yeah. We got to do an Uncle Rico
What
bingo.
would be the triple crown?
An ear pick,
Okay. A drool.
a drool or a spit, and then a roach popping up on him. Or
Or a rebuttoning of the shirt would be good.
yeah. Armpit
Oh,
sweat. I was also thinking the hair slick back move too. That one. There you go. That plus spit. You got a home run.
When you was talking about your hair earlier, man, I was like, as long as you don't end up doing like a Rudy Giuliani where it's running down the sides of your faces, man.
No, I know that was just crazy. I mean, that guy is just.
Oh.
Oh, both ears. He's got them both.
He's gonna do it at the same time, meet in the middle. I never know when it's gonna end. I always
No.
think it's gonna end, and it's
What
one-
life?
Yeah. Welcome everybody to the Miserable Men Show. Shuli here with you, along with Mike Morse and of course the Reverend Bob Levy. Thank you for joining us on a beautiful Sunday. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. We got a great guest tonight
Oh,
from the comedy world, guy that you guys know super well. I haven't worked with him a lot. I know of him.
Do you drink alcohol?
Yeah, I've heard the legendary story. Very few, but they're always, Bert Kreischer ain't got much on this guy. I'll tell you that.
It's like we're doing a show with a midget Shuli.
I know. My camera's a little too high. Like
So are you.
on camera. Yeah. Hold on.
Everything's high in that. Huh?
Everybody good? Look at this. Watch this. Ready? Watch this. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Is that better?
Very nice.
Mhm.
Look who's full size now, Ma.
He's a big boy now.
Look at Woody from Syracuse. Did you forget your phone book to sit on? Actually, on 3 pillows, Woody, if you must know. Anyhow, thanks for joining us, everybody. Let's get our guest in here.
Download now.
I mean, he's been doing stand-up, 20 years? I mean, 30? How long?
At least 20.
Yeah. I mean, good. When he was doing good stand-up. How many?
About 2.
About 2. And he's out of New York, right? Where's he out of? He's in Long Island, I think, somewhere. No,
Staten Island, or
Jersey, actually, Hackensack, New Jersey.
Oh yeah,
Jersey in the house, New Jerusalem. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, comedian extraordinaire, Rich Carucci.
Yo, what's happening?
What's up, Rich? How are you, pal?
I'm doing well.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Happy to do it, man.
So now you're in a lovely studio. I see. You're on the phone? I take it, right?
Yeah, I'm at my wife's house and I'm not allowed to touch her computer.
But what are you doing there? When was the last time you were there?
Yeah.
I think my birthday.
What do you mean? When's the last
So,
time?
all right. So yeah, describe your relationship with your wife, Rich.
Well, we've been married for I think 16 years now, but we like to live apart. It seems to work out better because our lifestyles do not jive. Like, she's a bodybuilder and like dieting and all this stuff, and
she is a hot bodybuilder. Yeah, like a trainer. Is she a trainer? Or
she's a trainer, professional bodybuilder.
Yeah,
and
and he's
I'm
not
a comedian. No,
No, don't even say that he's not. Come on.
Well, he has a body, not a.
Right.
And he's not building it; it's getting bigger every time I see him.
It really is. It really is. Yeah,
But
I'm at my fighting weight. If I was fighting diabetes, yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
Let's see. When I met her, she was 18. I was 36. Yeah, like 20 years or so.
Do you have the Anthony Cumia handbook?
Yeah. What are the odds that she was 17 and you were 35 at any point? Or
No, I know that because I worked with her, and everyone at work hated me. So if they could have fired me for that, they sure as hell would have. So.
Okay, all right. Where do you work? Where you meet this 18-year-old?
I was a 911 dispatcher for 26 years,
which is the funniest fucking thing. If you know this guy,
I wasn't good at it.
Now you say you weren't good at it. What makes you say that?
Well, I used to fall asleep and pass out during the 911 calls and shit like that, but I was in the union, so they couldn't do anything about it there. And I had sleep apnea.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, did you go in a little sauced up at times?
Yes, unfortunately I did, because I'd be out doing gigs, and everyone's going out partying.
And it's a bit of a stressful job, right? So, I'm sure it takes its toll after a while.
Hated it.
What's like the weirdest 911 call you ever got? Do you remember?
Yes, I got a call with somebody who had a vibrator stuck up their ass. Some chick.
And is that how you met Gina Bisconte?
And they had to treat it as like a crime, like a sex crime. And they took her to the hospital, and they had to I think they gave her something to like crap, and they lubed her up and they took it out. But they made the mistake of giving it to her. So you know what happened a couple of months later? She called back when it stuck in her again.
Wow.
And, this time they kept it.
Shame on me, right? Fool me twice.
Right.
So that was the weirdest. What had you ever gotten a call where like somebody got killed like while talking to you or
oh yeah. I had this is great. My high school football coach who hated me.
Yeah.
But I was pretty good at football, so he had to play me.
Right.
He was running for mayor of our town in Hackensack, and the day of the election where he was a shoo-in, I get a 911 call early in the morning from his wife that he's unresponsive in the shower.
Ooh.
So I have to talk her through CPR, and I could hear as she's pushing on his chest, I could hear the noise coming out of him that when you're dead you make. It was like a, and I'm like, oh shit. And
is it anything like this, Rich?
No, I make that noise. But yeah, that was a weird. I grew up in a neighborhood I worked 911 at, so I'd get calls from people I know. And I'd be trying to drop hints to them that the cops were coming too. I'm like, the ambulance is on its way. Also, the police. You know,
right. Time to stash. Time to put away or throw out whatever
you need to flush. Do it now.
Run.
Yeah.
But we also found people I grew up with. Because I ran with a rougher crowd. They go on a call. I know the address. They come back. Yeah, he's dead in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, that's shocking.
Yeah.
Wow. So how long were you a 911 operator?
26 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Just that you could hold a job for 26 years is amazing.
It was a union job, and my father and my uncle were the fucking chiefs. So
Right.
Oh my
I was kind of grandfathered in. Yeah.
If anybody in the chat has a question, Patrick Melton in the house, feel free to post it regarding Rich being a 911 operator. That's wild. So the vibrator up the ass one. I imagine you get a lot. Did you get a lot of prank calls? Were there any good prank calls?
Oh, I would get people that called for the call. The same people would call constantly. We call them frequent flyers, and you would have to send him. They had to actually put one person in jail. She kept calling so much, but yeah, I'd get calls like, "Hey, do you know how like the bus runs tonight, or is there school today, or?"
Did you ever get one from Jim Norton asking if there was any black ice?
No, not
he
yet.
used to do that.
What about like it's almost like in that day and age you had the frequent flyers as you call them, but now I guess they call them Karens, right? Or they're calling 911 over any little thing. Like there's there's that video or the audio of that woman at Burger King because they didn't make her burger right, and she called 911 to get the cops down. Like,
I used to get stuff though too that was sad. Like I'd hear two parents fighting in the background with a kid crying and shit. I'm like, oh God, this reminds me of my childhood. You know what I mean? But we didn't have 911 back then, I don't think. But I was just like, oh Lord. What's the biggest domestic violence day of the year?
What?
Christmas.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. People don't get what they want. They get the shit beat out of them.
I always thought it was Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep. So would I. Yeah.
This is DG says his glasses are made from the same material the Phantom Zone from Superman made from.
Oh man, from China.
Your thoughts on the rumor that Stuttering John is going to do Zumach's show? Yeah, listen, hey, I've said it before. Stuttering John doing a show is like the big one in California when they talk about the earthquake. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen 50 years from now. Nobody knows for sure. We'll deal with it when it comes. Levy looks like a skeleton up in the top.
Please. Are you kidding me?
You do look a little skeletal.
Skeletons have better hair.
It's kind of white.
Ronnie Munn Jr., $1.99. Morse always looks like he's holding in a fart.
I am always holding a fart.
He's holding in a vibrator.
It's actually a part of a bush that's in his back of his pants right now. We'll explain another time. Jimmy, 550 Canada. Rich, you are so much more coherent here and interesting than being drunk with Gino in hot water. Learn more about you than ever on In Hot Water.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, there you go. Apparently, your AA sponsor sent in a super chat. Ronnie Munn Jr. Did Levy pays double for the vibrator?
That's great.
I love that. Did you ever get anybody not with like ridiculous like vibrator in their ass, but just like stupid shit that the cops shouldn't be called in?
Like a lamp?
Cat stuck in a tree stuff. That actually happens. People would call me cat stuck in a tree. And, I had one guy call me. It's great. He goes, is it okay if I light my barbecue in the kitchen? I brought the barbecue inside in the kitchen. And I'm like, yeah, what's that address? Like, start a car over there. I go, you realize if you light that barbecue, you're going to kill everybody in the fucking house.
Am the Great, $1.99. Rich, ever yell at a cancer patient? Yes, why not?
I did get suspended for yelling at somebody on the phone. I can't remember what it was over, but some woman that I got into it with on the phone complained, and I think I got like a month off for that. I was suspended more than anybody in the history of that job.
Good idea. Joe, take the month off. Get out of here. 10 gifted subs. I'll tell you. Who gifted 10 subs? Jojo? Anybody? Who's
Kafer.
Kafer. Get out of here, buddy.
That was up earlier.
I tried your new cookie. It's very good last night late. And check out Kafer if you need any edibles or anything like that. Kafer on Twitter or here.
Yeah. So how you doing on your sobriety, Rich?
Who?
Oh, not too well. It's been a rough couple of I've been probably the whole month of May so far been drunk, but today I sobered up.
Wait, they want me to suspend Joe for a month, and then the last one to suspend Morse forever.
I listen. I would agree if he spelled forever right.
And this is a good one. Anyone ever Kurt Cobain themselves on the phone?
I had some girl that was gonna try to kill herself. We had to send, but nobody actually nobody actually did it. But I had people fall out while they were on the phone. Just the phone went dead, and I really don't know what happens to the people after the phone call. It's just you're like, oh, I wonder how that ended. You know what I mean? You're like, that didn't sound well. But the worst were in the middle of the night, I'd get like a screaming call, and it'd be like somebody's kid's not breathing. Meanwhile, I was like asleep in the chair till the phone rang. It's like, ah! And I'm like, oh, wow! I'm screaming. They're screaming. I'm like, ah! What the fuck? I'm like, holy shit, yeah.
Woody from Syracuse, did an off-duty cop call 911 after eating pot brownies and claimed they were the lizard?
Not on my shift, but that'd be awesome.
There is a famous 911 call of this cop took weed out of the evidence locker and brought it home, and his wife made brownies with it.
I remember hearing that.
Remember that one? And they got high out of their mind. And he's like, I think we're dead. He said, everything's moving really slow.
He told on himself. What an asshole.
Yeah, I called 911 on the pool digger. Hey, man, he's just being safe. Justice for Joe, $1.99, my lost interest. So the 911 thing, you stick that out. You got in trouble here and there, I guess you could say, but you were pretty much, like you were safe, right? As long as you didn't go too. I mean, imagine what else is going on if Rich is falling asleep at the desk, he's loaded, and they're like, one more chance, Rich.
Oh yeah. They wanted to fire me, and they kept writing me up. Because I towards the end, I had sleep apnea bad, and I'd be sitting there, even during the day, when everyone's in the building, and I would just be falling over in the chair, snoring. And they're like fucking poking me. They're like, wake up.
That's not apnea. That's narcolepsy.
It's what
people at 911 are calling 911.
Right.
Yeah.
And they would go. They kept writing me up, and they're like, "This is preposterous." And I'm like, "I don't think you could do anything to me. I'm being treated for this. It's People with Disabilities Act." They're like, "This is out of control."
Yeah.
I go. I believe. Listen, I think so too. But what do you want me to do? I can't get a job doing anything else. I'm in the union. So they were just like.
They go, you're a liability and a danger, and he goes, I agree with you, but
right. I said I can't do anything, and they finally were like, listen, you have your time in, you're out of here. And I go, if you could get me out of here, you do it. Don't ever say that, because the next day I was gone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that got me out of there. I had to buy because I was there for 3 years, and I left, and then I came back for 23 years, and they were like, you got to leave. So I had to pay my pension back for the 3 years I was there and leave. And the funny thing is I left, and then 2 weeks later they called me back and said, you have to come back for 2 months. I thought they were fucking bullshitting me.
Well,
And I had to come back for 2 months and sit there every day. I wasn't allowed to touch anything. They're like, don't you touch anything. You sit there. And I sat in the corner with my headphones on and just listened to my fucking radio and just sat. I would sweep up, empty the garbage, and I had to do it if I wanted my pension. So I was like, fuck, this sucks. But
so they like the guy in Office Space. They just threw you in the side and left you there to kind of rot until your time was up.
And the worst part was they told me they were going to get me out on a medical. They was going to get me a medical pension. So I go to the doctors for the medical pension, and the doctor's like, okay, are you a fireman? I go, no, I just dispatched there. I go, I was a volunteer. I just dispatched. He goes, okay, do your arms work? Yeah. He goes, how are they getting you out on a medical? But the problem was, as soon as I went down there, they made me take a piss test, and I was like, oh no. So my boss calls me, who's my cousin, after I left there, and he goes, how'd it go with the medical? I go, not too good. He goes, why? I said, I thought we were all on the same page. They told me that I have all my fingers, toes, that they're not giving me medical. Plus, I had to take a piss test. He goes, yeah, that's all right. Why? And I go, oh no. There's going to be a problem.
Oh, no.
And I failed the piss test, and they didn't know what to do with me. They were going to fire me.
Did you miss the toilet?
I told them they didn't know what to do with
What
me.
wasn't in the piss?
Right.
I don't know, but I told them that the reason I was pissing positive for marijuana because I have sleep apnea, and I went to Massachusetts to visit my daughter, and I ate a brownie off duty to see if it would help me. And I had a fake. I went to this doctor, this Russian doctor in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, who gave me a prescription for marijuana, but I fucking blacked out the date. So they go, this was after the piss. Like they go, this was after the piss test, and I go, yeah.
I like the one most important part of the script prescription is the date, and he redacts it. And he redacts it. He's like,
I blacked it out. I know, and they were so pissed. They're like, "We're gonna fire." Then they go, "We have to suspend you." I go, "If you do, I'm gonna get a lawyer and sue you." They go, "You have to take another piss test." I said, "It's gonna come back positive because now I have a prescription for marijuana." So they didn't know what the fuck to do. They're like, "Just sit there, shut up, and don't smoke any fucking weed in this place." And I'm like, "Okay." Okay.
Unbelievable.
And I got a pension.
So now while you're there is when you meet your wife, right?
When she first started many years, she was the chief's secretary. And that was when I wasn't related to a chief at this point. They snuck one in, and the guy fucking hated me. So he was her secretary, and everybody at the place warned her to stay away from me. He's a crackhead. He's a fucking asshole. Stay away from her. And I'd be outside smoking cigarettes, hiding during my break, and she smoked. So I'm like, who are you? She goes, I'm the girl upstairs. The more they told her to stay away from me, they were setting me up to get laid. I was like, I couldn't do this better in my fucking self.
This is like an old-fashioned love story. That boy's no good. He's nothing but trouble. And
when Richie met Victim.
Yeah.
Right. She was
running right into his.
How far do you live away from each other right now?
Far enough. We used to live 2.2 miles away. Now I'm in Little Falls. I have 2 roommates, and she has a house that she rents in Saddlebrook. So we're like 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away.
Now, who are your roommates? Who are they now?
Oh, God, they're these fucking nerd guys. They're like, I hope we don't bother you tonight. I go, you guys having a party? No, it's Dungeons and Dragons night. And I'm like,
oh, no.
I go, I don't even know what that is, dude. But you could bring a dragon in this house, and I wouldn't know. And it's great because they never touch my drugs or my booze because they don't party. You know, it's 2 30-year-old guys. They're terrified of me.
Great. That's great. So you moved in with a couple of nerds. So
it's awesome.
You know the rent's going to be on time. Everything's going to be paid. It's smart. Move.
Yeah, I love it. I'm right on the river. I rent a room down by the river. That's what I say. And, it's in a nice area.
I think we're all in agreement when we say you showed her. Am I right, guys?
No. We you know what? We still hang out. Like Sundays, I'll come there.
I want to ask you, at what point in the marriage does this plan come up where you guys say it's one thing to sleep in separate beds?
I'm guessing right after the honeymoon.
Well,
yeah, pretty much.
I'll see you Sunday.
This is what happened. I had 2 kids from a prior marriage, and their mother died. So she was like, fuck that. I'm not raising you and your kids. You ain't bringing them to my house. So I moved in with their stepdad, and I was living there with him and the kids because I knew him from high school. But then he died like a while later. So I didn't know what to do with the fucking kids, you know? So one of them moved to Boston, and I had the son with me. And
hold
a friend of mine.
on.
A lot going on there.
Yeah, hold on. Is one of us in danger? Should I it seems like whoever gets close to you drops dead.
I can't believe. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, but yeah, he dropped dead too. He's a great guy, man. Mike. I was living with him and the kids. Like he was like the adult. I was like one of the kids too. You know,
sitcom right there.
Yeah. He cooked. We used to call ourselves casually married, me and my wife. I'm like, because we stayed married through all this. It's just she had her up. She was like, listen, I'm keeping the apartment. You find somewhere to go with your kids, and you know, we'll still be cool. And I'm like, all right. And I didn't know what to do. And they missed their stepdad. They're like, we miss Mike. And I knew Mike. He was like the voice of reason when me and my ex-wife would argue. He'd get on the phone because I knew him from high school. We used to chill in high school. And you know, I was like, fuck it. When it just seemed, I went there with the kids when we got thrown out of my wife's place. I went there and we were drinking Jack Daniels and Jim Beam and hanging out. Him and his brother.
Can I ask you this? Did the plan to get separate locations to live in have anything to do with her seeing you perform at any time?
She doesn't come to many. Well, she'll come if she's like, you're performing with Florentine? I'm coming. You know, she's like that. Otherwise, well, she does drive me. She drove me on St. Patrick's Day. She goes, we can't afford another DWI. I'll drive you on St. Patrick's Day.
How many do you have?
Just one right now. Yeah.
He has his own driver now. When I seen him in Staten Island, he had something. He goes, he's going to do.
Oh
time.
yeah, I have a handler. Yeah, that's my handler. Yeah, I got to break a new one in every couple of months.
Dr. Chow, and this is to anybody else, before the show even was live, Kafer gifted 10 subs. If you go in your profile on YouTube in your settings, and there's a button there to accept gifted memberships. If you turn that on, I'm sure at some point somebody will gift more, and you'll probably get one. So there you go. Just wanted to let you know. We got any super chats there we got to catch up on? If we got them, throw them out there. My lost interest. Other than sleeping, what do you do between calls? That's a good question. Like, what do you do if you're awake, which is odd? You know, what do you do in between calls? How frequent are the calls?
Depends. During the night, sometimes they weren't as frequent, but when you get a storm or if there's once a fire would happen or something like that, you were busy the whole night if a storm's happening. But on a regular night, it wasn't that busy. I'd be booking comedy shows, you know, doing shit like that.
What about like holidays? Is 4th of July the busiest as far as call volume, or New Year's?
You know, not as much. 4th of July, not as much. Like I said, Christmas was a lot of domestics. You know, the holidays weren't that bad. But that's the one thing working there. If I had to work, my shift was a Thursday, and Thursday just happened to be Thanksgiving. You had to work it. You know, you had to work it. But when I first started there, though, I was a 911 operator there for several years before they even had 911. Believe it or not, I would just sit there and answer a regular phone and just switch the calls. But I used to get guys. When I first started, I got along with a lot of the guys. They were like Vietnam vets, stuff like that. So they'd be like, listen, if my wife calls, I was working all night. I'd be like, yeah, no problem. Sure. Fucking shit like that. We would sneak hookers into the fucking firehouse and bang them in the ambulance, shit like that at night. Oh yeah, payday was great. Payday, we were getting laid, shit like that. It was a madhouse back then.
You never see the chief reference that on Hill Street Blues.
No, that was the early days. People were drinking in the tower. There was the tower. You go on a roof. You drink on the.
Hey guys, let's all fuck some whores out there. All right.
Yes.
Let's go.
The problem is I knew all these guys when they were fuck ups, and then they became the people in charge. So I was like the person they had to shut up or kill, or they're like, we got to get rid of this fucking asshole. He knows all our secrets.
Yeah.
They know how much you drank. They probably figured you'd forget anyway.
That you're right about that. You're right about that.
Ray's pea stained pink sheets, California, Canada, 220. Amazon, haha, history is. Mein Kampf. Well, definitely more people. Mein Kampf is funnier, first of all.
Yeah, it's got better writers.
It's a good read. Yeah,
I love the ending.
Yeah. I lost interest, $1.99. I'm Chris's lawyer. Please stop talking. Yes. Raymond,
No.
is Evie awake? Should we call Rich to call 911?
Yeah.
Bob is asleep. Grandma, wake up, smoke up, laundry, and the great.
If I smoke up, if I do anything, I'm too high, and then if I don't, I'm not too high.
Welcome to real life where no one's happy. Bob. Unbelievable. So you meet your wife. You guys get married. You guys right out the gate living in two separate places. How are you certain that she's not having anything on the side?
He's probably not.
Oh yeah, no, but this is my third marriage. I'm like, whatever, have fun. I'll just see you next Thursday.
Yeah.
So
walk us through the first two. What happened there?
The first one was a quick one. It didn't last. Her parents hated me.
What's quick? What constitutes quick? Like what time frame?
A weekend.
What?
And then we got married. I was in Georgia, so she came down. We got married. She stayed for the weekend, came back, and then her parents found out, and that was it with that one. They took care of that. And then I stayed single for a long. Then I met I grew up with my second wife, but we didn't.
Hold on, was she Jewish? The first wife?
No, Italian.
Okay.
The second one was Puerto Rican.
Okay, so you had this. Well, how long after the first one do you do the second one?
Many years later. Okay. And I knew the second one from the neighborhood. I was best friends with her brother growing up. Whenever I got thrown out of my house, I would live at their house. And she was a lot younger than me. And then we wound up hooking up, and we got married, had 2 kids during the time. But I didn't live with her either. I rented her an apartment. I lived in Hackensack.
How does that work? How does that work like that? It sounds odd, but it seems to work for you.
It's called having a horrible personality where
nobody wants to live with me. Like my wife now, if my wife now tells me she's thinking about, because she'll go, listen, we've been married 16 years. Don't you think it's time? I come to her house shit-faced drunk, right? I pass out because she has little furniture. She's a little short person, and I can't fit on any of it.
No, Rich, she has normal furniture. She doesn't have, she doesn't have fucking troll furniture, giant, orc furniture, whatever.
And then I pass out on her floor naked, and I don't have my sleep apnea machine, so I'm snoring. So then the next day she's like, you know what? It's good that we don't live together. And I go, absolutely,
Yeah. Wow. That'll get you to look into some real estate. Hearing somebody with sleep apnea without their mask. That is.
Oh yeah. She'll be punching me, kicking me. I'm fucking unconscious.
Did you wear the mask at work at all?
No, I didn't bring it in at work. I didn't.
Because you're not supposed to be sleeping.
There you go. That's the part. Oh yeah.
I hate Shuli so much less now. I don't know why. He seems almost charming without his horns. Thank you, Fred. Thank you.
We had him removed.
It got to the point where when I would do comedy and have to come in for the night shift, and I'd come in at midnight, they would make one of the officers get up to check me to make sure I wasn't smashed or anything like that. He would have to get out, physically come down to the station where I was working to check me out to make sure.
I've never heard
a DUI in the police station.
He's getting a sobriety test to go to his desk.
Yes. I'm not even kidding.
Oh my God. That's great. That's great. Hold on. Do the alphabet backwards. All right. Go save some people's lives.
Yeah. I lasted 26 fucking years there.
Were you sitting there by yourself answering the phone? Was there 2 people? Or
there were supposed to be 2 people, but a lot of times there'd be one guy in the closet sleeping on a cot, and we take turns in there. And, it's supposed to be actually 3 people. It's not like Rescue 911.
So you guys save people's lives, you're saying?
Well, somebody did, you know what I mean? Hopefully. But yeah, we tried to. I mean, that's why whenever I was somewhere and there was like an emergency where somebody's got blood shooting out of them, they're like, Carucci, get over here. And I'm like, I don't fucking know what to do, dude. I answer the phones. I'd be calling ambulance, It looks terrible.
By the way, Mike Sexton, Shuli Network, I have fixated on Mike Morse's eyebrows for the past 10 minutes whilst listening.
Oh,
all right.
Like they're the same ones I've had all my life.
Yeah, they move a lot.
They do. You got a nice flow to them.
Yeah. You know how to work them.
Yeah, bitch. You sure do. Hey now. So okay, so you guys no kids with this last wife, right?
No. We could
And
not
she's
do
a
that.
bodybuilder and stuff.
And she's not a kid person. That's why she always told me, if anything happens to your ex-wife, you know I'm not taking care of your kids. And I'm like, you think I'm gonna outlive people? Are you out of your fucking mind?
I like
And
how
then
you
I'm
think
like-
she's not. I like how you think she's not a kid person. She's not a kid with you person.
Right.
I think
Right,
is
right.
really more the thing.
Well, she was very young, and she used to get along with the kids when they were young, and I
Yeah.
would take them on vacation, and people would think it was me and my 3 kids on vacation.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Is she
fucking great.
like? Does she do like commercials and stuff like advertising? Is she like?
No. She did some like sports magazine stuff and stuff like that. Pictures and stuff. But no, she hasn't done. She's not into the commercials and stuff like that yet. But she
I was
does
just
write.
asking. I was just asking in case people wanted to.
Has she
check out.
always been attracted to the before picture?
That is true. Some women have that fetish.
I don't know, man. I guess she's fucked up enough to be with me, but not to be a stripper. She's like in that little
Now,
gray area.
her being in such great shape and being working out like that, did she ever try to get you into all that?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding? I went to the Bahamas like July to perform for 2 weeks. I told her you could come for 1 week, so she came for 1 week. She was I'm like hungover. She's dragging me to the gym every day, shit like that. I mean, we go on vacation to Hawaii. I gotta like hike and do all that crap, and I go, listen, I'll do whatever you want till 2 in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon, I'm on the beach with a case of beer. But yeah, she tries. She like cooks health food and shit. I won't eat it.
Roy, I don't understand the point of being married in this scenario. I'm kind of with you, Roy. I don't feel like they really are. This is screwed up as Ray riding his bike.
Well,
No,
they hang out
we-
on Sundays.
We love each other. I can't live with people. I have 2 roommates I never see. Nobody wants to see this. I can't wake up and be like, hi. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, back up, bitch. I don't care who it is. I'm not a morning person. Rich needs his alone moments. That's what it is. Yeah, I can't.
Ronnie Munn
Your
Jr.
alone moments are when you're at work. You just fall asleep.
Yo, Levy, this guy's a definite Swede. Ronnie Munn Jr. There you go. Mike, Shuli, Bob, proof Hitler killed the funny Jews.
Well,
Oh, nice.
I'm not Jewish, so yeah, I agree.
Bob's
Mike Morstein.
Yeah.
When does the show start?
How dare you? How dare
How
you?
many
Sir.
times have I heard that?
So now, Rich knew Pete DeLorenzo.
Oh, yes. Oh, I actually hired Pete DeLorenzo. I was at Pete DeLorenzo's house when I have it come to my office.
Yeah.
It was his fucking apartment. And he had little posts. Everything was put in order meticulously like a psychopath with little notes on everything. He was, and when I first met him with the name DeLorenzo, I'm like, holy shit, I know that name. You know what I mean? Of course, Dino DeLorenzo. And I'm like, this guy's big time. And then I hung out with him. I remember when he showed up the first time I met him, I thought he was the guy we were doing a fundraiser for. I'll never forget that. I'm like, oh my God, you look so good with the cancer and whatnot. He's like, I'm the comedian. But oh yeah. He was a fucking mess, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh God. I hired him for a show to headline this show. And it was at this nice hotel for some kid that had her foot half cut off by a lawnmower. So
Jeez.
Yeah, it was terrible. But he wouldn't sit with the other comedians because he said he was the only professional comedian. So we're doing this show. It's going great.
By the way, I just love the idea of somebody going, we got to put a benefit together for this kid that lost her foot to a lawnmower. They go, get Carucci on the horn.
Yeah, he got the 911 call. No, I didn't get that 911 call. But we had the fundraiser. So everybody went up. It's going well. I bring Pete up, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I leave the room in the hotel. I go out, and I go to the bathroom. I come back, and everybody is in the lobby from the audience. And I go, I go to my other comic. I go, what the fuck happened? Is there a fire going on? What the fuck happened? He goes, dude, get in there and see what's happening. Pete was so drunk. He was doing the same jokes 3 times in a row, 4 times. He cleared the place. And I ran up there, grabbed the mic, show's over. And then this was the best part. This is like Lost Dreams. The other comics hitting me going, oh my God, look at this. He's up there staring out to where the audience used to be, wondering where it went wrong. And they're opening the walls behind him to open the room so they could clean it. It was like Hitler before the gunshot. I swear to God. I was like,
did the girl with the half a foot walk out?
Yeah, she hopped out. You know, I was just like, oh my God, I'll never forget that. I was like, holy fuck, man. It was
wow.
magical.
Yeah, he would drink. Was it Zambuca? That was his drink.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
do the.
Yeah, he wanted to. Not only did he want to do comedy, he wanted to sing. Right. I want to do my song, The Star. Right. I want to sing.
Reminds me of you.
I want to dance. I want to sing. I said, how about you just do comedy?
Yeah, try that.
Yeah, be good at one of those.
Right. Oh God, it was brutally awesome. That's what it was.
Yeah. That was the best, man. When you were a comedian and he was on you would just sit back and that's the fun for you. You would sit back and watch whatever fucking happened.
Well, he was one of those guys that's like a character. If you ever watched old SCTV and it was like, you know, he's like a Bobby Bittman, like hacky, schmaltzy kind of entertainer, jack of all trades, but's not good at any of them. And he just, that guy was for real. And it's such a trip. See, we watched a video of him inviting himself on stage. This Russian woman's doing a concert. She's singing and he knows her and he just goes up to duet with her. And she didn't ask to do this.
And he would always say to the other, "How about a hand for those kids? They're really good. You know, they're really trying."
And he had these hanger-oners. Like the night he came, he had some chick that was in a gown, some little tiny kid that wound up falling asleep in a bed. I was dressed up like he had these weird hanger-oner people. Yeah. This is my manager, and this is so and so, and you're like, who the hell are these people?
Bob, math question: 50 times 0.
0.
Wow! Boom, look at that. Nice try. Oh, the Sammy Maudlin show. Yes, Sammy Maudlin, Bobby Pittman. Yeah, those are all the old SCTV characters and bits and stuff. But that's what Pete DeLorenzo reminds me of. Is those types. Can I bring the room down a little bit? You know, one of those. Can I?
Rich, did you ever see that clip of him and the Russian singer?
I didn't, but I did hook him up with this Rat Pack impersonation group, and the guy told me, he goes, "Thank you so much. This guy's great. He does. He was doing Sammy Davis. He was doing all these people, and they loved it. And then the guy's like, we started having a problem. He started showing up like with those tux dirty. He had a great Jerry Lewis. He'd show up with the tux dirty. Then he didn't want to go to auditions. Then he started showing up drunk. Then they finally had to get rid of him, but he was making good money doing it.
Really?
They were loving me in the beginning. Thank you for introducing us to him. And then after a couple of weeks, they're like, you piece of shit. What'd you do to us?
Wow.
I like this guy. He wrote, I'm getting motion sick from dude's camera lower left. And then Roy said earlier, did you lose the phone stand in the last divorce?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Rich, do you remember the name of that group? Because I would love to find if there's a video of that.
I don't remember that group. I can't remember. I think Andy Hayward was part of it or something, or he was the one who got me to get them the gig.
All right, I'm gonna ask Andy. Yeah.
I remember that name, Andy
Hayward. Yeah, funny comedian.
He's in Florida. Yeah, he was funny. He was great.
Is he dead?
No. He just had to get out of the business. He was, partying and drinking too much, and he just took off.
Yep.
That's why you get into the business.
Exactly. I remember a few nights getting fucking wasted with him. I was so happy that I could experience that with him before he got clean.
Pete DeLorenzo can't match Mike Morse's record time in clearing a room with his hand puppet act.
It's a crowd pleaser.
Listen, one time we thought there was a mass shooter in the audience. People ran out so fast.
One time we hoped there was.
I don't know if Mike remembers this, but one time me and Mike were doing a show. I think it might have been Liberty, New York, a show I booked. And I forgot what I did. I was hammered and they told me to leave. And I had to leave my own show. And I was outside looking in the window, and you took my headshot off the wall, and you had a bandana on, and you put my headshot over your face and started making fun of me. I was fucking dying.
See, Mike's always been an asshole.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's always been that way.
Rich, do you remember the time we were doing a school fundraiser, and they said they didn't tell us much about it, but I show up and I see Rich in his car because we were there early, and he's sitting there, he's drinking.
Is that Rich breathing like that? Holy
He's got a
about
case
to
of beer.
come.
He's got a case of beer in his car, and he motions me over. So we're sitting there for like a half hour drinking beers before the show starts. And we go in, and it was we didn't know it was an all age show, so we're both half in the. You're totally in the bag. I'm half in the bag. And it was an all age show, so it was like 8-year-olds there. Do you remember this?
I remember drinking in a parking lot with you, but because I was going, man, I can't. You were saying this is just like us being in high school back in the day, you know. And I don't remember when we went inside, but I'm sure it went horribly bad.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden there's 8-year-olds all the way up to 70-year-olds, and it's like, oh, we have
How
to
do you
this.
date you're married to a fitness expert, and you're out of breath from breathing?
I know. She gets mad at me too. She goes, "Stop your fucking breathing."
You smoke cigarettes at all, Rich?
I quit. Probably too late. I smoke a lot of weed and I drink a lot, and take other drugs that I can get my hands on.
Cool.
She's the exact opposite.
Oh, wow.
Somebody says Rich is running on one lung.
So she'll hit me in the face. Stop it! You're fucking breathing on me.
He's like a bulldog.
He really is. He really is. He's got hip issues.
Oh yeah, I do.
It's all that isometric exercise.
I like that.
Yeah, Roy's a killer. Let me tell you something.
He's funny.
Right. Hold on. $100 if Shuli puts his glasses in the microwave for 10 minutes. I don't think anything will happen. What do you think of that? I don't think. I'm almost tempted to try it. What else? This Rich dude seems based, though. That's what the kids are saying about you, Rich.
Oh, is that good? I don't know.
What does that mean?
I used to smoke a lot of bass. I don't know.
The free kind.
Let's go down the list of drugs you've done, tried, whatever that you've worked with, as well as comics. Let's go drugs first, then we'll go comics.
Okay.
Weed, we know for sure.
Yes. Boom.
Coke, I imagine.
Yes. Boom.
Acid.
Acid.
Yes. Boom.
Mushrooms.
All the time. Boom.
All the time. What just
Hash.
yes? All the time. Hash.
Boom. Yes. Yes.
Right.
How about pills?
Yes. Assortments.
Heroin.
No.
Only thing I haven't tried.
Fuck you, Gary.
You got to draw the line somewhere,
Hey.
not just on the mirror. You know.
Hey, whoever said you don't have willpower, they're full of
That's
shit.
right,
They don't know the Rich I know. I'll tell you that right now. Opium.
Yes, back in the day, you could get it.
Whippets.
In Harlem.
Whippets.
Yeah, whippets.
Whippets.
Yes, of course, whippets. Yes.
Don't be silly.
Quaaludes.
I
Quaaludes.
missed those, the 714s and the Roarers. I'm
Dog
more
medicine.
pissed at Bill Cosby. I'm more pissed at Bill Cosby for buying all the Quaaludes than raping the women. Those things were great.
They were.
What about Bob had one? What did you throw out?
Dog medicine.
Oh no, I don't. Maybe I don't even know what that is, but
Like a flea and tick collar, I think.
oh no, not that I'm aware of. Ivermectin or some shit. I don't know.
There we go. Cat's getting in there.
Cat asshole time.
Hey guys, about that time in the show, Cat's asshole.
He's
time.
teasing. He's teasing now.
Mike, we really do need a song for these moments.
Yeah, you give us 49 minutes, we'll give you a Cat's asshole, right?
There you
here
go.
on the Shuli Network. Thank you. DMT, somebody wants to know.
I don't think so. I don't even know what that is.
Okay. The same 714s from Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes, yes,
Wow.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
I used to call those the fuck it pills. You just didn't give us-
ketamine?
Yes, yes, I have tried
Wow.
ketamine. Yes, I have.
Wow. Hola, senor. Stevie's
Steve,
butthole.
I haven't tried that yet, but
Salvia. Have you tried that?
no, it's not like hard to get.
I don't think so.
Look, now that's a problem. That's the only problem.
Right. That's his way of saying I would if you had some. Right. Meth.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean,
I lived in Colorado for a while. I couldn't get coke. All I could get was meth.
Yeah. Kitty porn, cat porn.
I'm not against it.
Against cat porn. Good. All right. That's fun. Let's go. Let's see. Somebody wants to know if you've ever had the heart of a bull.
No, but I have the lungs of one.
What about Bob? Oh, hold on. Yeah, Bob, ask him if he's ever done this.
No, I know it.
Hold on, Rich.
Let Bob.
Anything. We want Bob.
Ayahuasca?
Go ahead. Huh?
Ayahuasca.
Wow.
Ayahuasca. Have you ever done or tried ayahuasca?
I have not. I would love to, though.
Right. Because you said mushrooms all the time. Adderall.
Oh yeah. I took some the other my birthday to stay awake.
Happy birthday. Here's some
Thank
Adderall.
you. It was the other day.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. He's 26 years old.
Yeah,
that's what drugs do to you.
Yes,
yes. Wow. What about a sherm stick, yo? You ever done a sherm stick?
No.
Angel dust. That's a good one.
A cigarette dipped in embalming fluid.
Oh yeah. I did. We call them dippies. Yeah, dippies. Yeah. Of course I have.
You have done angel dust?
Yes.
Wow. Hold on. Redbird's got one I haven't heard of yet. Frog piss. Have you done frog piss?
No, but I hear if you lick a toad, some types of toads, you trip out or something.
Yeah.
Whippets, he said yes.
Yes.
Glue. Somebody asked glue. Glue. Somebody.
No, but I think when I was younger, I sniffed gas a couple times.
Okay. Billy DZ 499. Shuli, drop me a line. I got a show for the network. You got it, buddy.
Okay, we got room. We got rid of a few.
Yeah. Did you go to Epstein Island with Mike Morse?
No, nobody invited me.
Yeah. Blinky was too busy. Blinky was too busy eating the ass of a 7-year-old to notice. But that's
that was the one gig Mike didn't share with you, by the way. Oh, what about this? Spanish fly.
No, but I remember people having that when I was a kid. They're like, I got some Spanish fly.
That wasn't a real thing, right?
No.
It didn't work.
Didn't work.
No. It's like whatever. Purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Yes.
Yeah, it's like Prince.
Taco Bell after midnight.
Oh, come on.
Never. No, just White Castle.
Wow. Oh, awful.
I lived next door. I lived next door to one for a while.
Spanish
cock. Not yet. Not yet, but we may get there.
Sniffing a Sharpie.
Yeah. Who hasn't?
Yeah. Smelling the
plain glue.
Airplane glue.
No. Ever been high on life? Yeah, several times, but it didn't last very long.
Ever been high on life?
Runner not high. only from the police when I was younger.
Microdot.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Mescaline. I used to get it in Fort Washington from Fat Man.
Wow. Ecstasy.
Oh yeah. I only did that because of my young wife. So she got me. I remember it was St. Patrick's Day. I was doing a gig with Jameson, and afterwards I got some ecstasy. And I
The
kept
liquor
saying,
or the comedian?
The comedian. And I kept telling my wife and her friends, "Thank you so much for this. Thank you so much," because I had such a good feeling from doing the ecstasy. It was great.
What about Molly?
Hold on.
I've tried Molly. Yes, I tried Molly.
And by the way, Don Jameson's backstage. You remember that night with Rich Carucci, Don Jameson?
Oh, hey guys. Hey Rich, how you doing?
Hey Don.
This actually reminds me of the 1987 tour, Megadeth tour. Pete Salisbury, who was mine, a Giant Stadium. Remember that? You and I dropped acid and you disappeared before the concert. I hadn't seen you ever since.
Yeah, no, Don doesn't do drugs, but I used to open for Don for a while on the road. It was great. I'd get so hammered he'd have to drive my car.
Yeah, this Don Jameson does drugs. This is discount.
Oh, yay!
Yeah,
discount Don. Hey, what's the
4 packs a day?
You can 4 packs. Good, Don.
As a youth, you sound like you were a bit of a rapscallion. What's the biggest crime you ever committed?
Rapscallion.
On me?
Yeah.
Let's see. I was detained in Colorado for a while for a slew of offenses when I lived out there. I started comedy in the 90s out there, and I was out there with my Puerto Rican wife, who I was estranged from. I sent her to come stay with me. and I got in with a bad crowd there with the meth and everything. So I was in Arapahoe County jail for a little while, and when I finally got out of there, I had to go on the lam and come back to New Jersey. I was hiding in somebody's attic until I could get a lawyer.
How long were you in jail?
Was it Anne Frank?
I think I was in jail for like 4 months, 5 months, something like that.
Do you get into any fights while you're in there?
Yes, for sure. I got there. I got into a fight with a African American gentleman over the use of the phone.
Really?
And then people just pretty much left me alone. But there was only like 5 white guys, and they put us in a 2-man cell together. And we just tried to stay out of trouble. It was a lot of gangs. There was a lot of Crips and Bloods back then in there, and Mexican mob guys.
Did you almost get married in there?
No. They just pretty much let me be after the first fight I had, and let me alone. But it was terrible.
Is prison rape happening in jail, or is it really just for?
No, it's like a prison thing. But I saw people get the shit beat out of them, like stomped down, kicked the crap out of. But I didn't see any rapes. But there were some gay dudes in there and stuff. And
sure,
whatever they do is themselves. But nobody's raping this. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Now, you've done all these drugs, and you're only 34. Wow.
Now in prison, did you ever have any of the Pruno or any of the booze that they make in the toilet?
No. But I was in jail, not prison. But no. Okay. I was trying, I was trying to be good and just get the fuck out. And I was like, holy shit, I really messed up this time. Because I used to go away for weekends here and there, stuff like that. And then I was like, I'm in trouble. I'm like, this is a bad time. This is a bad thing.
Is it true you were married in jail, but you guys were in different cells?
Yes. I was in the sleeper cell and he was with the jihad. So it didn't work. It was an arranged marriage.
How was the food there? Would you say?
Horrible. I actually lost weight. I remember when I finally got out, I didn't want to shower or shit. I figured the stinkier I could be, and I just was like, but first when I got out, I remember I got a cab and I went right to a pizzeria and fucking ate. I was starving.
I bought it.
It's so funny. It's so funny how guys' brains work. Like Rich knows what he looks like. Rich knows nobody wants him, but still, just that sliver of possibility goes, I'm just gonna shit my pants all day, so I'll be I'll be that much less attractive.
Yeah. It's hard to get a dick in an ass that's full of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, tell me about it. That's one of my wedding vows with my wife. Mason in Portland. Rich is what you get if you cross Burt Kreischer and Hunter S. Thompson. Couldn't agree with you more, Mason. Couldn't agree with you more. Fascinating guy, and we haven't even scratched the surface yet. Of Rich Carucci. But yeah, listen, I know we have another show coming up later tonight. So, is there anything we can plug for you, Rich? And
I got a club. I got a club that we're opening, myself and Jeffrey Paul in Grantville, Pennsylvania. Nice. It's called Laughing Stock Comedy Club. June 16th. That opens. We're going to be there every Friday and Saturday. It's right outside of Hershey, Pennsylvania. We'll be running it, so I'll be like working the door, security, trying to stay sober and not fuck it up. And
just don't answer the phones.
Don't answer the phones. I'll be there. But richcarucci.com is my site, and DickCar_64 on Instagram. Rich Carucci at Facebook. I'm banned from Twitter for life, so
wow.
Reach out to me.
Even Elon couldn't get you back on.
Couldn't get me back on.
What the hell did this guy do to get banned for life? I got people hounding me morning, noon, and night. Nobody touches him. This guy, what the hell did you do?
Well, the final one was I said, if your team's name is the Jets and you're starting your season on September 11th, you're just asking to crash and burn. That's all I said. And I put a plane with a giant flame crashing, and fucking people went berserk. Wow. Berserk.
I love Rich. He goes, all I wrote was this. And then there was film footage of a guy jumping out of the window of Tower 1. And listen, you're welcome back anytime.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and
we got to get him on BS in the daytime if you're around.
Yeah, if you're around in BS, we do BS Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 on YouTube. So if you're ever around, you want to jump on, you're more than welcome to. Just shoot Mike or any of us a message.
Thank
and
you.
we'll set it up for you. All right.
Thank you,
guys
guys.
rule.
Thank you for having me. It's awesome,
Good seeing
man.
you,
Thank
buddy.
You
Yeah.
too.
Got
Take
it.
care, guys.
Good job, sir.
Take care, buddy.
Later, Rich. The
Bye-bye.
great Rich Carucci, ladies and gentlemen, joining us today.
Thank
Yeah.
Miserable.
Hey, he's trying to get one more in.
Did you kidnap a guy
Did
with
you kidnap a
Joey
guy
Diaz?
with Joey Diaz?
We'll ask him next time he comes on.
Have you
Oh,
ever
wait,
done
hold on, Joe.
Purple Drink?
I got Rich. I got to bring you back.
Yes.
Did you? One more person had a question. Did you kidnap
Yeah.
a guy with Joey Diaz? $5, first of all. Anthony won.
No, but I didn't live too far from him growing up.
Okay, and then Radmatic wanted to know: have you ever done?
All right, don't say it. Don't say yes or no. I'm saying yes.
Oh yeah, fuck. We should have done.
I don't
but
even know what it
mean,
is, so I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
yes.
I don't think so, but I'm not against it.
What are you? What are you? A priest over
It's
here?
cough,
What is that?
cough syrup. Cough syrup with.
Oh, yeah. I've done cough syrup a bunch of times. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Boom. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Rich.
Mr. Red.
Thank
Thank you,
Rick.
guys.
Mhm.
Okay, buddy.
All right. Anybody?
Ah, he's a trip, man. I love him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought this was sit-ups. I thought somebody wrote. Did he do sit-ups?
Yeah. Scissor.
Sit-ups are illegal in his house.
Right. At his wife's house, it's legal. At his house, illegal.
Yeah.
How about Roy's line? He's married in jail, but they live in different cells.
That was funny.
My favorite. All right. Listen. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We got a Rico episode tonight. What are we doing? 9, right? We said? Yeah.
Did we promote it already for 9 or no?
I don't know.
Joe?
No, I don't think we've gotten.
All right,
anything
calm
out of it.
down. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
right,
Jesus
right.
Christ.
Right.
I'm not on
Wow.
your lawn, motherfucker. Back it off. You want
I'm
to do
such a
7
nice
then?
person. People think I'm like super aggressive now.
Yeah, whatever you are. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, none
No,
of us-
nobody thinks that. Nobody
We
thinks
all
that.
love you.
You want to
We
do 7 then?
You can do 7.
You want
do
to do 7?
All right,
Well,
7
yeah.
o'clock.
do 7. Deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Download now.
Rico live, free, right here on YouTube. Remember, turn your gifted memberships on.
Yeah.
That way you'll get a gift. I'm sure at some point. It's a very generous little community we got here. Thank you tonight to K-Fur for gifting
Yeah.
10 subs.
Mm-hmm. Outstanding.
You're the
Hit
man,
up
buddy.
Caper for
Thank
some
you.
goods on Twitter.
Yeah, man. His goods are good. I can
His
vouch
goods are
for
good.
him. Quality
are
stuff.
great.
And punctual. So he's a good man. All right, everybody. Fred Son, thank you, pal. I appreciate it. That's
Aw.
all we're saying is give Jews a chance. That's all,
Mhm.
right? Isn't that what Lennon sang about?
I think
And
that's
don't forget to come to Pottstown, people.
I know. It's like it's a $52 in super chats. Guess that's why the Hack Pack lives on stream. I mean, listen, if that's the only way you're making a living is on super chats, then that would be bad. But that's not what we do here. We'll be back live at 7 and join us. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. Notification. Member if you want. We're doing behind the paywall shows later this week. We got a with road stories that's going to happen this week, most likely.
nice.
Mhm.
And and the guest is just going to get back and confirm. And then we got some other stuff going on. So
Yeah.
all right.
And Saturday, May 27th, 8 p.m., I'm at the Vogel at the Count Basie Theater with Chris Coven and Jeff Norris. So go to that site.
Chris COVID.
Chris Coven. And then Friday, May 26th, Robert's Bar and Grill at Paris Caterers in Berlin, New Jersey, right around here. So come on out if you're doing anything. If you're not doing anything, or if you are doing anything, who gives a fuck? But yeah.
All right. Anything else, boys? Shalom Shuli, Twitter, Instagram.
I'm on Instagram, Insta Mike Morse, and on Twitter at Mike Morse Says.
Download
That's
now.
it. Download now.
Download now, everybody. We'll see you later tonight. Bye.